Greetings out there, YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. I'm going to entitle this video "A Personal Story," and this is something that I rarely do because I'm a pretty private guy, and I'm not one of those people who want to plaster stuff all on the internet. That's my own personal business. But whenever I feel that I can perhaps help or pass on knowledge to the young folks, because I said it before, this channel is about educating young folks. And if I can do that, I'll share what I can share because it goes like this. This gentleman here is my brother, and today we going to bury him. He was actually 4 years younger than me, and he passed away a couple of days ago. And this is my theory and opinion, and that's all it is. But finding myself in a situation where I almost died twice in 2006, I did extensive research on medical stuff because I was like, I'm trying to save my life, and if I don't do what I need to do, I'm not going to be here. And the reason why I'm still here because of some of the stuff that I did and I took action on after I found out that this is what it is, and I was appalled as far as the medical industry. And let me just say this first. Technically, that's my brother-in-law, but I've never addressed him as that because I always consider him like a brother, one of my brothers. I love him that much. A great guy. I mean, just a great guy all around. So, so this is my theory. My brother had been on medications for like almost 17 years, diabetes, high blood pressure, and some other stuff. And I always kind of thought in my back of my mind, I'm like, is that really healthy to be taking all this medication? Because I know that's what the doctors instruct us to do. You know, and I'm saying to myself, after I start to do some research on the medical industry and the human body itself, and I realized this. First of all, every pill you take, you only get about 40% absorption. You know, one day, hopefully, there will come a time where all the medications, because there are some medications that the body does need temporarily, and that's the thing, temporarily, that they will be all liquid. Because when you take something in liquid form as medication, you get close to 100% absorption because the kidneys is responsible for breaking down all solids that you put in your body into liquid, everything. And you think about that, 3 or 4 pills a day for 20 years, that's a whole lot of breakdown. And as a result of that, he had to have a kidney transplant. He was on dialysis. Now, my theory is this, and again, it's just purely a theory, that it was the medication that kind of took his kidneys out as far as 20 years of absorbing and breaking down these compounds. So what happened was, again, he was waiting for a kidney and he passed away. And I think about this because they kind of line up together. Glenn Fry, we all know who Glenn Fry was. Great guitar player, singer for the Eagles, a songwriter. And I was quite taken back when he passed away because they said he was suffering from rheumatoid arthritis. I'm like, rheumatoid arthritis won't kill you. It'll put you in a great deal of discomfort, but it's not going to take you out. So I'm trying to figure out what took place, and this is what took place, which is very similar to my brother. They start you off with one thing, and the side effects from that one pill triggers them to put you on another medication for the new side effects that was from the first pill. It becomes a domino effect. You know, you start off with one problem, and then by the time the doctors finish off you, you got like 5 problems on 5 different medications. And I want to stress this because I did my research. It's not quote unquote the doctors. It's how the medical industry regulates the medical industry. That's the problem, because it's about money first and profit. Then if we can take care of you and whatever, help you, then we'll do that. Because there are quite a few doctors that realize while they were doing, being a doctor, they realized that some of the protocols was not necessary and actually dangerous. And when they spoke upon it, they were threatened with having their medical license revoked or taken away. So they were kind of forced to keep their mouth closed, and there were a few to say, you know what, taking care of another inhuman is more important than this big profit thing. You know, if that's what I have to decide, it's not a no-brainer for me. I can go find another job because I don't want that hanging over my head that as a result I didn't gave all this medication to somebody, they died as a result of it. And again, I believe that the reason why I'm still here is because I was like, I question things. And I don't care who you are, you sometimes can be wrong. And I'm like, I know my body because I'm trying to ration out the logic here when I was going to the doctor when I got sick because the antibiotics literally killed me. And I would ask the question because I'm like, I'm not disrespecting you. It's just not making sense to me. So please try to explain it to me that in the sense that it's going to make sense to me and it's necessary. And some of the stuff they couldn't give me an answer to. I did my own research and some of the issues that I had, they told me that it was caused by this, and I'm like, that can't be true because the research that I done, it has nothing to do with that. So unless I'm missing something, please explain to me. So I was quite, I won't say stubborn, but diligent as far as you can't always be right. Because again, I look at it like this: I've been in my shell for over 50 something years, every single day from that time I was born. And here's a guy that shows up that I've only known for 5 minutes, and he's gonna tell me my problem. And I'm like, unless you are one heck of a healer, it's kind of impossible. But again, I don't blame the doctors. I blame how the medical industry is governed because it's all about money first. There are a lot of natural things that can treat the body better than these medications. But the reason why they won't really, I guess, promote those because they can't get a patent on natural supplements and it's not making them no money. So they want to put you on medication. Because when I was diagnosed with diabetes, my doctor's like, we got to put you on this insulin. You got to prick your finger every day. I said, you know what? If I got to load my body up with drugs, just let me die. And I mean, and I don't mean that in a negative, dark sense, but I'm like, for the most part, the medications that they give you don't help. I mean, I think it does is kind of put a band-aid on the problem. It doesn't cure it, doesn't fix it. You progressively get worse, and then you die. So I'm like, so what is the purpose of me taking this if I'm gonna have the same type of degeneration of my health? So I've been doing some things that have kept my situation at bay. I mean, I don't feel any. I don't have any sugar or sugar blood crashes or my blood sugar spikes, none of that stuff. No tingling of the feet or anything of that nature, no problems with my vision because, again, I did my research, I cut down on the sugar, I'm working on some other stuff, and I'm not going to unveil that at this point. Sometime maybe in a month or so, I'm going to talk about that in detail, but it's still in the trial stages of treatment. But if it's not necessary to take medications, don't. I mean, the message that I'm trying to send to you young folks is educate yourself as far as health. Try to eat right. I know this is an old tire like spiel, but it works. Try to eat right. Things that most of us don't realize until we get down the line or roll down the road, and then we realize, man, I should have been doing this. Because this is real simple. Brush your teeth every day, twice a day, maybe 3 times a day, to remove food particles that will start to decay your teeth. Because when you get to a point in your life where you haven't been doing that, and then all of a sudden the doctor got to start yanking out all these teeth, and then he tells you, because you realize at that point, I need these back teeth to chew up my food. The front teeth are more or less cosmetic, and you don't want them missing, but they're not to chew up your food. It's your back teeth, so you definitely need to take care of them, because if you don't, they yank them out, and you can't eat, and you lose a lot of weight. And of course, the alternative is to give you false molars, but those things never fit well. Everybody that I know that have quote unquote dentures, they complain that they don't fit well. Then you got to put some adhesive on it and put it on your gums to hold your teeth in place. So the majority of the time when they're not eating, they take them things out and they have no teeth. So it's like little things, or should I say big things, but seem little things at the moment. Take care of, just do, because trust me, if you take care of your teeth, they'll outlive you. I mean, teeth last centuries, and when they dig up bones and fossils, they still find teeth. So that lets you know that if you take care of these teeth, that they will outlive you, because you don't want to be walking around with no teeth in the back that you can't chew your food and enjoy your food, or again have dentures or false dentures put in your mouth every day, and they moving all around, and you got to take them out when you're not eating. So it's things like that we have to look at and say, hey, let me do this now, meaning in my teens and my 20s, so when I get 40 or 50, I'm pretty in pretty good shape. Because what happens to most of us is we find out in our 40s or 50s, because now we starting to experience these aches and pains, and we try to reverse the damage that has been done over a period of 20, 30 years, and it's almost impossible to do that. But if you keep in mind, and you don't necessarily have to be a fanatic about it, just keep in mind and be consistent to say, hey, let me stay on these teeth, and let me kind of shy away from all those burgers and fries and that candy and that sugar. You know, I don't expect you to do it 100% cold turkey, but if you just kind of cut it down and just moderate, in your later years, you'll be pretty healthy and happy. Because I do, and I'm gonna wrap this up. I do honestly believe that my brother would still be here if it wasn't for all that medication that exhausted his kidneys. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I believe that's what happened. Again, we got to be careful as far as them putting you on that medication treadmill, because that's supposed to be the norm, that when you get in your 50s and 60s you're on 6 different medications, which is ridiculous. But that's what they want you to be in that be at that stage of your life, because the majority of people your age at that stage of life are on several different medications. So you think it's the norm because your buddy next door on heart medications and high blood pressure and diabetes. So if you don't take anything away from this video today, take this. Start early. And with the internet now, you can get a lot of good information, because when I was younger, I had to solely rely on the doctors to tell me this stuff. And of course, they couldn't tell me some of this stuff that could make my life live longer, more prosperous, because if they did, the industry would come down on them and say, hey, you can't be saying that. You can't use the cure word and all that kind of stuff. So again, if you don't take anything else away from this video, take care of yourself. Have the foresight to try to live a certain way health-wise, where they're not going to try to force these medications on you when you start to get 40 or 50 or 60. So until next time, take care and rest in peace. I'm going to miss him. I will actually want to go into something else, but I'm not. I've already kind of went on 10 minutes, so I'll do another video and tackle this other topic in its entirety. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys' support.